Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to give you a little bit information about the Greece trip that I took to Athens. Now I'm going to give you just a little bit of like budget, the weather and COVID restrictions and stuff like that. So if you are interested, please keep watching. As many of you guys know and think that Greece is a perfect getaway and a dream destination for many people out there, and if you think that is what it is, it's absolutely true. I cannot wait to go to Santorini. This was just Athens that my sister and I went to, and I absolutely fell in love with Greece, and I haven't even explored Santorini or Mykonos or the other islands yet, and I'm already in love with Greece and I can't wait to go back. Now we are in 2022 at the moment, but I went to Greece in 2021 July. So again, the COVID restrictions are obviously very different. Before I start explaining, this is strictly for US citizens. I'm not sure what the requirements are for other countries. Please do your research before you go and visit any country or travel for that matter, because restrictions are very different for everyone, and it's pretty hard to travel nowadays because obviously COVID. So for COVID restrictions and health forms and all that stuff that you need, I am going to leave a link down below. It's going to give you all the COVID restrictions, all the latest COVID restrictions with the health forms that you need to fill out before you go. So basically you'll get everything on this website. So please click down below if you're visiting Greece. Don't forget to fill out your health forms. Don't forget to I guess get tested if it's telling you to get tested, because when I went in July, it was totally different than what it is now. So please don't think that it's only a test that you need. You might need a test plus some health forms, and other restrictions might be there as well. So yeah, just do your research before you go, please, because there's a lot of people who get stuck. Now for visa, US citizens do not need a visa to visit Greece or most of Europe for that matter. I'm trying to think if there is any country that requires a visa, but I don't think so, not in Europe. So you're free to visit anytime you want and just pick your bags and go. For the tickets, I always use Skyscanner. For this trip, because we were already in Europe, we were just hopping around Europe, so the tickets were very inexpensive. They were usually $50 or $65 or even $40 sometimes. The only thing is that you do have to pay for your bags separately, because the tickets are very cheap, and it doesn't include your baggage. So yeah, that's about it. But I use Skyscanner for my tickets. I will leave the link down below, so if you want to check that out, go ahead. So the money that is used in Greece is euros. It's about 88 euro cents per US dollar. So it's pretty, it's expensive, but not as expensive. But it's not so expensive to eat out in Athens. It's actually pretty decent. Now again, my sister and I travel together, so we're always sharing whatever we eat, and the bills are divided in two. But it's not as expensive as, I don't know, maybe some people say that Switzerland is very expensive. I haven't been there, but when I do, I will let you know. But I've heard that Switzerland is very expensive, and Paris can get expensive as well. So eating out in Athens is not as expensive, at all. Actually, it's pretty decent. Talking about the weather is extremely hot, especially if you are visiting Athens in summer. Oh my goodness, it can get extremely hot. When I say hot, it's about 105 degrees. and 95 is like kind of normal for them, you know, in the evening even. So it's very, very hot in Athens, especially the summertime. I think the best time to visit Greece would be probably September, October, and then maybe early, I don't know, March, April, May. You know, those months are pretty decent with the temperatures and you won't burn your skin off like I did. Now moving on to language, of course, the official language in Greece is Greek, but English is widely spoken there. We had no issue whatsoever in Greece with the language. There's no language barrier. They don't really require you to, you know, speak Greek. You know, anyway, like I was saying, they don't expect you to talk in Greek. English is perfectly well spoken there. Now for accommodation, like I said, I always use Airbnb. We had to book something last minute, so it cost us about $600 for 4 nights that we stayed there. So it was about $300 per person, which is not so much, but yet it is pretty expensive. Nevertheless, it was a beautiful Airbnb. You know, it was just stunning. That's all I can say. I'm sure if you've seen the vlogs, you know that it was a beautiful Airbnb. It was so worth it. Very, very close to, you know, everything that we had to see, and we had so many restaurants close to us. You know, the Acropolis was like 20 minutes away or something like that, and it was just all in all it was very, very worth it. But at the end of the day, it was a bit expensive because it was last minute and we couldn't find anything. I literally booked my Airbnb once I landed in Athens. You know, that's not something I do at all. I always have everything planned perfectly, but it wasn't my fault. But it was the Airbnb that kind of never took the accommodation off. So whatever, it was at the end of the day, everything worked out, and it was just perfect. We loved every minute in that Airbnb. Coming to the food, as many of you know that I'm a vegetarian, so vegetarian food nowadays is not so hard to find. Every place has a vegetarian menu, or, you know, vegetarian options. That's one thing that was so inexpensive in Athens. I can't even say that enough. The food was delicious, so flavorful, so beautiful at the same time too, and so affordable at the same time as well. So it was very, very, very inexpensive to eat in Athens. Okay, so now moving on to transportation. What we did was we did Uber from the airport to the Airbnb and back when we were going, and I think we only did Uber maybe a couple of times in between, but we were walking everywhere in Athens. Like, everywhere we went, we were walking there, because everything was like 15 to 20 minutes away or 30 minutes away. Even though it was so hot, we still walked. Like, our skins, I swear to God, when I tell you guys this, my skin had another layer of tan. I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm not even kidding. I feel like Europe is just somewhere where you just should walk everywhere if you can. Unless, of course, the places to see are scattered everywhere. That's a whole different story. But if you can walk, please walk, because that's the only way you're going to just kind of enjoy the entire country or the place that you're visiting. Because, you know, there's a lot of places you might miss when you're in a car and stuff. So yeah, Europe is one continent where I think you should just try to walk if you can, for sure. Now, as you guys know, there are so many things to see in Athens. The main place being the Acropolis, where, you know, it's a huge ground where they have all these beautiful ancient buildings. And I kid you not when I tell you this, every single one of them is worth seeing. I mean, the history, you know, the history behind it, and when you're looking at this history with your own eyes, it's just something else. And I'm going to link the website down below where you can purchase the ticket. I think it includes almost all the landmarks, if I'm not mistaken, and you know, it's through the official website. It's through their official websites. I think it was about 35 euros that we paid for the entire thing, and we could have visited all the historical landmarks, you know, in that one ticket. So it was totally worth buying that ticket. Just buy your tickets in advance and click on the link down below to buy your ticket before you go. Alright guys, so I really hope this helps you guys a little bit, you know, if you are trying to visit Greece. It's a beautiful, beautiful city, especially Athens. Athens is such a beautiful city, you know, very historical, has all the historical landmarks that you can visit and just kind of get lost into the history and enjoy some of the best food out there and walk around and feel the city and, you know, just enjoy it and just enjoy it to the fullest. And with that, I'm going to end this video. If you guys have any questions, please leave them down below in the comment section, and I would love to answer any questions that you have. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.